Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome to another episode of FTL on board the VSS Violence, a Mantis Cruiser Type A. With a warrior, brawler, fighter, and an accountant on board, as well as our assistant here, Kapelka, who's obviously in training for the accountancy position, we have been making our way across space and murdering those we come up against. We have some pretty powerful engines and nice shields to start off with. Now we need to work on getting our arsenal a bit more complemented in case we find something our Mantis murderers can't deal with, and get ready to enjoy the rest of the flight. So, let's get moving. Let's see what's at this beacon right here. Let's see indeed. We have found ourselves a nice orange sun and a purple pirate ship. Well, upon completing our jump, they sent us a message saying that we need to pay them money if we want to be let to continue on our way, and that does not sound like a great deal to me. Let's reject that offer and fight these suckers. Also, they're going to die a horrible death, because they've got a rock and an NG, which is not sufficient to deal with our two boarding mantises, although the fact that they do have a whole pile of explosives, not the best. Not the best at all. Hopefully, their aim isn't very good. And they're probably going to get the second salvo fired before too long. This first salvo is off. They missed us with the first rocket, but hit us with the high damage rocket, unfortunately. And down goes the NG, hopefully before this rocket manages to fire again. Yes, it does. Oh, just afterwards. Really? Really? Well, there are no more life signs remaining on the ship, so he's distributed useful materials, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 38 scrap. Take 1 of those as a hit. 2 of those as a hit. Really? They were dead already. That's pretty lame. Alright, teleport the Mantis back on board, go get them healed up, send our NGs over to fix the damage, because they're pretty darn good at that, and then we'll be able to send our Mantis back to their teleporter station. Alright, we will send them back where they need to be, and we'll send our NGs to get healed up again. Accountant and Kapelka, this is your job. Stay alive. Back over there. I may put you in the wrong positions. Accountant, in the helm. There we go. There we go. We have 87 scrap, which is quite a bit. Might as well save up a little bit more and get those level 3 shields though, because those will help us out quite a lot in the long run. There's a store over there. Do we have anything to sell? Not really. We could sell our Mantis pheromones, but we might as well hold on to those since we do still have people moving around on board our ship. Now let's see here. A nice orange planet where we find someone trying to sell us drone parts in exchange for missiles. We got billions of missiles. No drone parts, we don't need the drone parts, so no thank you. Distress beacon over here, but let's jump over to the north to see what's there first before going to check out the distress beacon. We detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Well, let's get in there and help them, shall we? We jump in, detecting a higher threat. The automated ship moves in to engage us, but that's okay. We're going to power up our lasers. Actually, are we going to power up our lasers? We'll take power out of the teleporter out of the med bay, stick it into the small bomb and the... no point putting in the basic laser, but I'm putting the basic laser anyway. So we charge up a small bomb, blast them in the shields, hit them with the laser, and then change to the burst laser Mark 1 and see if we can't damage them with that. This is exactly why we need to power up our weapons though, because we don't have any firepower against these guys. That's a heavy laser Mark 2 as well, so we gotta hope our shield manages to absorb that, which it looks like it will be able to do. Hit the shields, thank you. We're gonna bomb them in the weapons with that, then turn off both of these systems, turn on base, burst laser Mark 1. If we hit them in the helm with that, they should not be able to dodge, and then we can hit them in the shield again to make sure they don't go directly back into cover. Once that's done, we'll be able to focus on taking out their weaponry, and they will be sitting ducks. We managed to hit them one time in the helm, which means they can no longer dodge us, so we'll hit them in the weapons with our next salvo to make them a little bit less dangerous, or at least less potentially dangerous, because at the moment they can only hurt us if they simultaneously hit us with both weapons like they just tried to do. Thankfully they missed one of those shots, so it was not a damaging event like it could have been. Hit them with the small bomb. In the small bomb. Hit them with the burst laser in the shields. Has an S on it. What can I say? And we will see if we can't take these guys out before too long. Their shields are now completely destroyed, so we are no longer at any risk of them having that recover. 2 more salvos from the burst laser should destroy them, and then we really need to upgrade our weapon system to power all 3 of these weapons simultaneously, because that would be lovely. And 1 more burst laser Mark 1 into... oh, they still have to get their dodge back. If they dodge both of these, they might get a chance here. Nope, they are done nonetheless. Nice try, gentlemen. The ship breaks apart and we salvage what we can, getting 3 fuel, 2 missiles, and 15 scrap. The outpost also hails us after the scout has been destroyed, saying, "Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts, so take this on the house," offering us 2 missiles, a drone part, and another 32 scrap. Nice. That right there is shields upgraded. And if we take power out of the burst laser, we have the power left over to still power the shields and all of our other systems as intended. Of course, we can't power the med bay or a weapon at the same time, but that's okay. For a temporary solution, it'll certainly work. Let's come down to our distress beacon over here and see if we can't get any work done there. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and their repair crew cannot approach without being fired on. Conveniently enough, though, we have NG crew on board, so we're going to remotely repair their targeting system. And with that done, the repair crew is allowed to close in and finish the job. The station gives us its thanks, along with a reward of 1 missile, 1 drone part, and 35 scrap. Nice stuff, indeed. So, what are we going to aim for next? Weapons, I think I said? Yes, indeed. Powering up the weapons bay, so we can get at least level 3 is necessary for needing to fight people who we can't take out with boarding. And let's keep moving. No reason to go to the store yet. We could buy repairs, but We arrive in the sector and we're greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. They hail us, trying to trade us drone parts for fuel now. Well, you know what? We're going to take that trade because we have plenty of fuel, and if we need to sell drone parts, we'll have more to sell. By need to, I mean if we have the option to sell drone parts, we'll have something to sell. Let's see what's at this distress beacon. We locate the source of the distress call, a nearby human mining colony, where an unknown disease has spread virulently among the workers. We're trying to set up a quarantine to mitigate the spread, but lack any enforcement, and a riot seems likely, one of the most common events. Let's use our medbay again to synthesize a cure. See if we get better odds than last time. Boop. Our military-grade computers are easily able to isolate the cause of the virus, which turns out to be a spore unearthed during excavations. We quickly inform the colony's leaders of our success and tell them about the cure. No, this is just a bad solution. I shouldn't take that anymore. It doesn't give good rewards. They thank us and offer us 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 15 scrap. It definitely seems to be a small reward from that one, so we're not doing that. Let us jump forward. How much space we have? We have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 jumps, maybe even 5 jumps. If we go around the outside, that turns into 10 if we go all through here. So let's try and reduce that a little bit before we jump into the Nebula. What do we have here? Scans reveal a mining base on a nearby planet long since abandoned, with no life signs detected, so we move on. Is there anything up here instead? Well, is there? Here we find an abandoned space station circling a lonely planet. A quick check yields schematics for a beam drone Mark 1. We bring it aboard, as well as the 16 scrap we can salvage from the space station. And I have another 50 scrap, so we're going to spend that on more power bars. Since we're jumping into a nebula, if there are ion storms, those power bars will serve us well. Let's keep going. And what do you know? An ion storm. Good thing about those power bars. We jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm, with an automated rebel scout station which moves in to attack us. We could try and outrun it, which is a blue option, but then we don't get the valuable things from killing it. On the other hand, we have very little power. We only have access to enough to power 2 shield bars and all of our weapons at all cost. I'm not entirely sure what the best course of action is here, but we could try and fight it regardless, because it will also be affected by the same things we are. So let's just try and fight it, just for fun. Boop. Here we are, he's got a burst laser Mark 2 and a bomb, okay. Power down 2 of those power bars, stick them in there, turn that off, turn this on, and turn those on, I guess. I should turn off 1 more power bar, and turn on this laser. There we go. It's a little bit more powerful. We have very little dodge ability, but we do have 2 layers of shields, which is pretty good. So we are not at a complete loss here, although they're going to start firing shortly. This could be bad. And they hit us twice directly, thankfully that appears to be a small bomb, so we're not at that much risk, actually. You didn't knock out the shields? There we go, now you knocked out the shields. Basic laser it is. So we hit with the basic laser in the helm, burst laser Mark 1 in the weapons. Don't knock out all of them, thank you. Miss. No, you hit an empty room, that's just as good as missing, because it is a small bomb. Knock out those weapons, we missed a whole bunch of times. We did knock out the bomb, that's not as big a deal as this thing, because this thing can actually do damage. And it did just again. Stinkers. Thankfully, we do have that additional... here's what we miss. We do have that additional space in the shield bar, so it didn't actually knock us down a level. That is nice indeed. Hit them in the weapons again. Hit them in the weapons again. And then the shields this time, because we don't want to attack the system we've already attacked. That won't do us any good. We'll hit them 1 more time in the helm for the killing blow, and then we should really be turning our oxygen back on, through down to 31%. So let's just do that now. Whoops. The ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 29 scrap. Not bad, considering we only took about 2 damage in the fight. That will definitely pay for itself later on. Turn off the weapons, put power back where it's supposed to be, and wait here while our oxygen recharges. However, since that is going to take a while, I will see you in a second once it does. That's much better. Alright, now let's get out of this ion mess and see if we can't work our way back towards that exit a little bit quicker. And hopefully we'll find some repairs along the way, or maybe some drones to help us repair. It's worrying that the rebels have penetrated so deep into uncharted space, even if it is only an unmanned craft. It arms its weapons, and we should do the same, so that's just what we do, only after powering up our systems back to the levels we previously wanted. There we go, that's much nicer, although this guy has 2 shield levels, so this might take us a bit longer. If our small bomb does not knock him immediately down to 1 level, we might have a bit of a challenge on our hands. Thankfully, our level 3 shields make these guys a lot less dangerous than they otherwise would have been. And it does succeed in knocking down a layer, although they do have ion bombs as well, which thankfully missed as well. We'll small bomb him in the shields again, hopefully that hits. We just leveled up something, I'm not entirely sure what. But that's okay, we got lots of level 2 things now, which makes us a lot harder to kill. The only issue right now is if the ion bomb is to hit us in the shields. Anything other than that, and I'm totally okay with it. Let's small bomb them again in the shields as well, giving us another chance at hitting them for 2 damage with the burst laser in the helm. Damn, taken down. So, hit him with the burst laser in the helm, making it possible for them to dodge. Success, turn off the small bomb and on with the basic laser. With our burst laser, we'll try and take out the ion bombs, which did just succeed in hitting us in the one room we could not have them hit us in. So we're going to fire all our weaponry at their weaponry to try and knock out nests, just like that, the things that could have hit us through our shield, penetrating the shield entirely. Thankfully, since those are offline, we can now focus on taking their shield back down again, because as we were watching, it just shut down. There we go, back down to red level, so it's going to take them a little while to get that shield back up and running. And in the meantime, they can't dodge us and can't really do too much damage because both of their remaining weaponry is based around drones. There we go, you have 1 health remaining, literally nothing to attack or defend with, so we're going to pummel you until you are dead. Goodbye. Smack him with the basic laser, pow, and down he goes. Nice try there, drone. The ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, a drone part, and 24 scrap. Alright, 53 scrap left. We could try and buy something with that. We'd probably go for advanced teleporter. But for now, actually, we might as well. Let's buy ourselves a level 2 teleporter. And the rest of the money that we save up between now and the exit, we will be able to spend probably on some repairs, because we could really use some, given that we have, what, like 7 health left. Now, it's hard to see why, but this beacon is apparently a tourist destination. One of the ships at the small station is offering a deal of 1 fuel for 5 missiles. That's a really good trade if we ever needed missiles. Let's do this, so now we have plenty. If someone offers to buy our missiles, we can sell them lots. We got 1, 2, 3, 5 million jumps in here, so let's jump every one of these Nebula beacons. What have we here? A pirate ship arrives shortly after us. Judging from the fact that they're trying to avoid us, we assume they're a smuggler trying to stay away from the beacons. Well, our weapons aren't powerful enough to threaten them, so let's just fight them instead. Here we go. We power up weapons and move into engage, and by that, we mean board them directly. Power up our medbay, jump directly into their weapons. They have an ion weapon and a halberd beam, unless this is a very fast-firing weapon, which it does not look like. It looks like an Ion Blast 1 at best. We would be in trouble, but since we are safe here, we can basically just chill out and murder these guys in comfort. I should swap our Mantis, though, otherwise they're going to get killed there. That pairing is not ideal, but this one is. He's not going to do enough damage to Warrior to kill him, unless I'm incredibly unlikely here, and he's the strongest NG we've ever seen. He may actually be able to do some damage here. Warrior, you are level 2, okay. It was Fighter who leveled up his shield skill earlier, I believe. Skill and everything, that guy. And do you get the final blow? I don't know. The ship was apparently carrying information about the surrounding beacons. We download the map data and scrap the rest of the ship, getting 31 of the metal itself. There we go. Well, that's what we got. That's good, because it'll let us know if there are any more ion storms, which there do not appear to be. Just those 2 over there. However, since we didn't go to those, lucky us, we weren't affected by them at all. Speed up our healing rate here, and while we need it, and then we'll put health back where it should be. Fighter took some damage, we're actually going to heal him as well. And I think these guys are all healed up. Now, the name Fighter always makes me think of 8-Bit Theater, which was a fantastic webcomic about Final Fantasy sprites doing whatever they felt like doing. And if you have not yet seen it, you should definitely go check it out, because I quite liked it. It's finished now, I believe. It's very old, but it was very entertaining. Let us jump over here to this beacon, and we will see what we can do. Yeah, Fighter is one of the characters in that, based because he was one of the classes in the earlier game, so that's just how it goes. heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the Nebula at this beacon. Before we have time to contact them, they fade away into the Nebula. Spooky. Let's attempt to follow them and help them, or, even easier, lock onto their life signs with our teleporter and get them that way. Excuse me. We beam the Federation crew aboard. One gladly joins us, while the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station. We get 28 scrap from them, not bad. And we get Matt, another NG. Our accountant here has a whole lot of associates. I'll stick him on weapons, even though we don't really need a weapons crew at the moment. Just to have someone permanently there would be a good idea, though, I think. We have 82 scrap left, we have 7 health left. Things are going okay. We could really use a way to get some repairs. There's going to be nothing at this beacon because it is a sector exit in a nebula, which never have anything at them, which is fine. We're jumping to the Mantis homeworlds, though, which is probably a little bit less fine. They're going to be boarding us, although we do have a team designed around stopping borders, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. We've entered a poorly charged area of space known to be home to the Mantis. We'll have to make sure that nothing bad happens to us while we're here. Okay, well, we've got lots of jumps to do. Hopefully one of them has a store near it. It would be very nice to get a store and not an asteroid field, no. We arrive in an asteroid belt to discover that a rebel automated scout has been stationed there. Prepare to fight. And they've got a laser drone, which is bad because we're in here, and a burst laser Mark II, which is a 3-shot, and the beams. Okay, the problem here is the fact that the asteroids and this... Oh, it is a beam drone. Good. I misviewed it. The fact that they had this combined with this whole asteroid deal means that they can actually knock our shields out pretty easily, and then once they're out, we might have a hard time getting them back up again. I hope they miss us an awful lot, but they did not do that right now, and they got some damage in from the beam drone. Hit them again with the burst laser, hopefully knocked out their shields. Yes, we did. Fantastic. Now hopefully some asteroids will do damage to them. Hit them in the weapons, the engines, that's good. Weapons, there we go, that's what I wanted. Now they're harmless. We can do whatever we feel like, because they're not going to do a darn thing. Hit them in the weapons again, make sure they don't repair those too quickly. Next shot is going to be going directly into their shields, though, because those will be repaired at high priority. Just as long as they don't manage to get our shields down again, we should, focus on the should there, should be completely fine. There we go, down they go, and I didn't even have to lift a finger to do it. Thank you, giant floaty rocks. Alright, the ship explodes, giving us 2 fuel, a missile, 36 scrap rather, and an anti-personnel drone. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Anyone hurt here? I don't think so. No, we're good. We have 118 scrap now. Lots of money, but still no stores to spend it at. Let's jump to this distress beacon and see if anything good is hiding in there. Anything good? Once we arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails us, thanking us for the response, and telling us that their FTL navigation has gone haywire, and asking us to plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. We agree to lead them to their destination, and they give us 22 scrap in return. Not great, but not bad. Now, since we have all of this money, and we're not going to spend all of it on repairs, we should spend some of it here. We'll buy 1 more power bar so we can actually use our weapons. Or another slot is what I meant to say. We'll buy some advanced piloting and some advanced doors just to slow down the borders we are likely to find here, even though we are going to have a pretty easy time killing them with our mantises, and we'll hold on to the rest of the money for now. That should be good. We have our quest beacon directly beside us. Hopefully they're friendly. They're a slug ship though, so I suspect treason. Let's see. It was treason. We've escorted the ship to the requested beacon, and much to our dismay, we're ambushed by the rebels. We walked directly. They have anti-personnel drones. Who agreed to let them have anti-personnel drones? That's not cool. Okay, we're going to jump directly into their weapons room and give them something to think about while they smash robots directly into us. Thankfully, they smashed them into a relatively unimportant room. This is an important room, though, so we can't have that going down. We're going to send Fighter in there to deal with him, slow him down a little bit. We actually do not want to kill him, though, because if we do kill that robot, they'll just send another one and put another hole somewhere else in the ship. They did launch a bomb, but they missed with it, thankfully. We are going to start pummeling them, hopefully killing these guys. We have 58 and 49 health, so the random number generator is not in our favor here, although the fact that we just did Elizabeth down to half health is pretty good in our favor. We are going to run you back to the medbay, power up the medbay, and hopefully not get destroyed here in a second. Now these guys, their fight is continuing rather well, although you are taking a lot of damage there, warrior, killing Kletskin. If I have to run them away, that'd be bad, especially if they manage to... Oh, they hit our engines just now. You're gonna run out the door there. Oh, you still got hit. Okay. You're gonna take some damage for us. You have no health left. Get out of there. No. Teleport them back right now. He died, didn't he? There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. We stripped of useful materials, getting 2 fuel, a missile, and 43 scrap. And you just barely survived. Well done, gentlemen. That was incredibly close. Way too incredibly close for my liking. Accountant, go and fix up that damage. Wow, that was insane. I don't think I've ever had a battle that went that close before. That's crazy close. Whew, okay, damage repaired. Accountant, you go heal yourself back up, and we'll send our Murder Mantis team in to help Kapalka while he goes and gets healed up himself. Kill that robot with your nice slicey feelers. I'm pretty sure your feelers have nothing to do with slicing, but you know what? That's never stopped you before. We're gonna stop you doing that because you're only as efficient as half of an NG. Seriously. Worst repairs ever. This is funny though, we have 3 Mantis and 3 NG. This is like an exactly perfectly paired combo of crew to match up offensive fighting power with defensive repair power. Kinda crazy how that works out. Well, we have all of the engines repaired, and that is lovely. Now that we have that done, we can jump to a store. I don't want to jump to this store. Maybe we'll jump to the store, then we'll jump back, and then we'll see if we can jump over this way, or like come around or something. This is a bad place for a store though, because there's nothing that we can jump to it without going to the exit. Once we're here, we find a Mantis trading post. We signal them to identify that so our approach will not be taken as a threat, and the leader hails us, seeing we have money. How much is your repairs? They're a reasonable price. I'd love to be able to buy cloaking, though. If we could get that, sell them the drone, sell them the more different drone. We could buy cloaking, but it would mean we will not be able to get more than that amount of repairs, and that's not really what I had in mind. But cloaking is a powerful thing, and might give us the defensive abilities to survive longer. It's hard to say. But cloaking is pretty darn powerful, so it'd be pretty silly to not buy it now that I can. I could sell something else. I could sell Mantis pheromones for an extra 25 scrap and use that to buy another bunch of healing. Could. I could. I'm gonna buy cloaking though, because cloaking is pretty amazing, and like I said, I would be foolish to miss it. So we just gotta hope we don't run into anyone who really wants us dead between now and then. We got a whole bunch of jumps left, probably enough to Man, I cannot speak at all right now. Probably enough to afford to go backwards. The AI of a nearby rebel scout immediately identifies us as a threat and engages. That's a lot of lasers. The ship powers up its FTL and starts to try and run for cover. Unfortunately, this is not going to work out the best for us at all, especially because they're cloaked, which means that they're going to be blocking our charge time for some time here. This is not so good. Here comes the lasers. We can dodge them if we feel like it, but I think we're okay. The Ion Blast could give us some trouble, but since it's only an Ion Blast Mark 1, I doubt it'll give... Oh, I have 4! I have 4 of them! I can use all my weapons. Of course I can. I forgot all about that already. Herp. Hit him with a small bomb. Hit. No, we missed. Hit him with the Burst Laser Mark 1 then. Pew, pew, and you missed again. Well done, gentlemen. You had one job to do, and you failed at it. We hit them with the helm for our next small bomb, otherwise they're going to run away. They're going to get away, and there's nothing we can do, and then they're going to be chasing us faster, and this is going to suck. Come on, up here so I can hit you with a small bomb. If you teleport away while you're cloaked, I'll be so mad. We have to hit them direct. Oh, there, they're gone. They got away because the bomb's spent. The scout jumps away, informing the fleet of our position, meaning that we no longer have that nice leeway of space to run around in. Way to go, jerks. Made this not so enjoyable for me, just because he had a cloak, and I'm going to have a hard time even making this jump because they are directly on our tail. Let's see. It's an empty jump, too. There aren't so many parts of Mantis space that aren't dotted by the wrecks of battles past, but this is one of them. We take a deep breath and prepare to move on. So this has not worked out as planned at all. We might be able to go 1, 2, 3 to the exit, otherwise we're going to be fighting rebels and it's going to suck. Here we have a Mantis ship that appears to have dozens of layers of armor plating added over what must have been a 100-year career. Its captain is legendary thief Kazak plus Kilik. Our crew look frightened. Well, we can attempt to hail him with our Mantis crew member, which isn't going to do a darn thing. Boop! Our Mantis crew member steps forward. He and Kazak plus Kilik perform a weird kind of alien haka. We, meanwhile, charge the battle systems. Man, I'm making a mess of speech today. Alright, let's take some power out of these systems, put them in there. Not that one, that one, and that one. And that doesn't look right. let's take power out of the med bay and a power bar back out of there again. And we'll teleport into their ship and start punching them in the weapons. They directly come to try and fight us. They're not going to put up with any of that. Hopefully our small bomb hits them in the med bay, otherwise this will have been a wasted effort. We are doing a whole pile of damage. Which of these is Kazak? Osted, Maxim. Neither of these are Kazak. That's weird. You'd think that if the ship was designed around having a specific person in it, they'd actually put that person in it. But it appears not. And the bomb goes off, killing both of them. No more life signs are detected aboard their ship. We appear to have won. So we're going to quickly teleport additional crew in and check for survivors. This is, of course, the mission for the Mantis Cruiser. We're flying in it right now, but that's okay. We'll teleport additional crew in and check for survivors. Now we find Kazak Kilik himself, slumped in a corner, dying. We can listen to what he has to say, and then we'll get a quest beacon for extra treasure, but we have nowhere near enough time to go there, so we're going to just do the quest solution. We're going to teleport him back to the medbay. Boop! Our haste is paid off, and we're able to bring him back from the brink of death. When his senses return, he says, "I never thought I would see this day, but I am willing to devote myself and my ships to your cause." We accept his offer. Kazak Kilik joins our crew and offers the coordinates for a nearby stash of stolen military goods, while simultaneously transmitting the coordinates for a custom cruiser he's been working on. We forward it on to the Federation and hope they can make good use of it. We get 46 scrap long-range scanners and a quest marker added to our next sector. Fantastic. Definitely better than the other option anyway, because the other option is just that cash. Power up. And power away from other systems we don't need it in to repower our our shields and our engines. We're going to use this money to buy some more power bars, or rather one more power bar, so that we can have a couple more things going simultaneously. We don't really need the double power in the med bay anymore. We may actually start using 2 waves of mantises. We'll start upgrading our teleporter here to support that, and I think I'm going to move Matt over to the shields instead. So, fighter, you might actually get a chance to do what you're named after all. Congratulations, kid. You and your assistant here, Kazak, are going to be doing a lot of damage in the days to come. So, if only we can make it out of here alive. We have a store right here, which could be very useful. I want to go to this chest beacon, but I really can't make it. We're not going to be able to make it to the exit either, though. Let's go to the store and see if we can't buy some more health, and then we will keep moving. So, merchants are not highly respected among the Mantis race. Why can't I even say words? As a result of this, few undertake the profession. We're mildly surprised to receive an advertisement from a nearby space dock. We decide to see what they have to offer, and they have lots of good things. Unfortunately, I can't really afford to buy any of them. Let's buy some repairs. That's what we direly need. We'll have to leave the weapons as nice as they look, and the upgrades. No particularly good ones in there. But, yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Now, we could jump over here and just go straight to the fight with the rebels, but we're going to have to fight the rebels anyway, so we might as well take advantage of the sector to get at least one more fight in. If we jump one... Do we have enough time to jump here and then there? This has an empty beacon, so there's probably nothing worth jumping to there, but it would be cool if we could jump here and then here before having to jump to the exit. I'd say that if our first jump takes us this far, our second jump is going to take us only about this far, so we'll have the actual space. Let's try it. So up here, and then to that question mark beacon, exclamation mark beacon rather, and then to the exit, since we're going to have to fight the rebels anyway. We fancy we see something moving in the shadow of the beacon, but all remains still. I was right, it is actually an empty beacon. Okay, let's jump to this one. Sometimes those non-battle beacons do have cool things at them. We are immediately hailed by an impressive-looking Mantis ship, who say that our ship would make a mighty fine prize and tell us to prepare for battle. Well, that's all fine and good, but so would yours. They're going to be aboard us, and we're going to send 4 Mantises to deal with them. I hope you don't like living, gentlemen, because you're not going to do it much longer. We might be able to knock out a layer of our weapons, but not even that. You're just going to get completely wrecked by our overwhelming firepower in combat. Now, it looks like he is a well-trained fighter, while Xing there, Kazak, is taking a lot of damage. He is our least well-trained fighter. And down goes the Mantis. Well done. Actually, fighter is equally good. They're both terrible. And he's still kicked butt. Whatever. Send these guys over to get healed. Send these guys back over to med bay, or teleporter bay rather. And we'll get ready to join the fray. They're going to be firing that breach missile any second now, and we are going to be dodging it like so. Nice try, gentlemen. Healing up these guys and teleporting these 2 into the helm, I believe, to do some damage. They're going to send their friend over, but not before we manage to hurt them a little. Yes, indeed. They're doing okay in there. Now, as long as we don't get hit by a second breach missile, we should be okay. They're going to win that fight, and then win the second fight because they are now double teaming that poor soul. Poor Mantis. With no more crew on board, we salvage what we can from the remains, gathering 2 fuel, a drone part, and another 42 scrap. We teleport our crew back on board, bring these 2 guys over there, send these guys up here to heal. Lovely. I might actually start swapping these guys in earlier if we can get the teleporter upgraded, which is what I'm going to do just now with this money. Oh, no, we can't. If we get our teleporter powered up to full, which we should be doing anyway, if I'm going to be boarding people, we can get 2 waves of fighters in there pretty quickly. Let's see if we can't jump. We can jump over here too. No, we can't. Let's jump to the exit and see if we can survive this fight with the rebels. We are probably going to just be jumping out of here at top speed, but we'll have to wait and see. We found the exit beacon, but the rebels got here first. We must survive long enough to get the jump back to the second. Holy weaponry! Whew! They got lots of lasers. Heavy laser Mark 1, Burst laser Mark 2, Burst laser Mark 3, mini beam. Well, let us see about this. What can we do about it? We could board a whole bunch of people in there and just smash their stuff to bits, which would probably work pretty well, but they do have a med bay, so if we're going to do that strategy, we also need to power up our small bombs so we can punch them through the shields, because they do have 3 of those. Let us teleport into the weapons and get started. See if they come and join us in the fight here. Yeah, they've sent 2 people in here. Not bad. We'll send our backup team in as soon as this recharges, which should be pretty quickly. He's running all ready to go get healed in the med bay. Smack him with a small bomb. Problem with this staggered fight approach is that your guys that have been there for a while start with much less health than the others. Yes, we hit them directly in the med bay. Fantastic. You guys are going to get in there and beat the med bay fighters. And the other 2, you're going to pop into the weapons bay again. Fantastic. Keep fighting them. Fight them where it hurts. And they have 1 guy in here, 1 guy in here. They're going down very quickly. Nice try there, suckers. We have no time to salvage the enemy ship and have to jump away before the enemy cruisers get in range. So we only get 1 fuel from the battle, but that was okay. We took no damage there, killed all of their crew, and got some time with our different people all in the fray. Get them up in there, Mantises, get you all healed up, and then we get to jump out the sector. So let's power up our med bay to level 2. It's a good thing we did buy that advanced level med bay, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to do the event with Kazak plus Kilik. We wouldn't be on our crew right now. We wouldn't have that nice extra money and a chance for more money later. So it's definitely worth doing. Let's send Warrior and Brawler back to their positions and send Kazak himself in to get healed. Done. Now, this is basically a Mantis B strategy, having 4 boarding Mantis, but you can do it with a single level 2 boarding system. As long as you upgrade it, you can do all kinds of things. Let us jump to the next sector. We have Mantis controlled or Pirate. How about we go to Pirate, so we have 2 choices up ahead. So we'll jump to the Pirate sector, and then we're probably going to have to end our episode here because it is Area 5. A few years ago, this region was bustling with trade, but is now overrun with bandits and marauders, so we should tread lightly. Yeah, it's overrun by bandits and marauders, no doubt. I'm sure we'll fight some of them shortly. Now, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been VanguardOfValor playing FTL on board the VSS Violence, with some violent people and some non-violent people on board. If you liked the episode, don't forget to like the episode. I apologize for all my lexical issues today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.